World's latest man award goes to John Ma. I'm coming intaneous. I'm looking at the chat. We got a couple of minutes while YouTube tries to catch up to us. A wargaming wizard is never late. He always arrives precisely when he means to. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Tonight we delving, baby. It's 12 o'clock. Let's look at the calendar. We're gaming in 1-to-1 time. We're down here on today is the 26th. On the 25th, the Steiners are available. And, Soren and company, the dwarves return to Romex Zoden. So the Steiner brothers are over here in the east side of the Deadwood. The dwarves are over here north of the Bofaharts, and so are the goblins, and they had some shenanigans in and around Corvusberg. I'm not sure a full-blown raid on Corvusberg counts as increased, light scale rating, but whatever. We talked about dwarves and goblins in the last episode. We're over here in this hex today. And that hex looks a little something like this. Here's Muffin Top. We'll draw a little. It's not a chef's hat. It's a muffin. Well, I guess it's just the top of the muffin, isn't it? And it's kind of cold. It's like mid-40s, wet, rainy. Oh, you can't even see it. Let me zoom out a little more. There we go. So here's our Muffin Top. And if we go 4 miles south, we go through the plains. And 4 miles south of that, we've got the Redditomb. Now, we've encountered 3 random encounters in this 24-mile hex. We have encountered giant toads. It was a bit of an oopsie, but we'll live with it. An orcish patrol and some wolves. If we get another 1 or 2 random encounters and we can add to that, we'll make this hex's random encounter chart supersede that of the broader Deadwood. So we have this random encounter chart that we generated way back in episode, I think 2. And as you can see in the scrubs, the most common thing you're going to run into on a 7 or 8 is wolves. We could bump into Kirin. Goblins are pretty common. Ogres, hippogriffs. But, so far we've just had these 3. So we'll continue to roll on this chart until we get enough to justify rolling on the other. Let me move my dwarves out of the way. They are, as we speak, back at Romex Zoden. This weekend we're going to have a new poll over on Twitter, if you want to join in the fun, for who goes next. We're also going to have a poll on YouTube for what the goblins should spend their newfound loot on. Just as a quick point of order, we said, maybe the goblins could spend some of that loot on a hill giant, or a troll, or an ogre. Yeah, if you look at the racial animosity table here on page 109, I looked at this a little closer. Something about that was twigging my brain, this can't be right. And we're a little zoomed out, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of zoom into there a little bit. So if you look at the goblin chart here, look at this. Goblins are on goodwill with bugbears, but the A, that's a bad sign. And the asterisk is even worse. Goblins get bullied if you see an asterisk. Who bullies them? Gnolls, hobgoblins, ogres, orcs. Okay, trolls don't bully them, but trolls are antagonistic. So we're not going to be able to, the goblins are not going to be able to hire any of these guys. Looks like they're going to have to go with bugbears or kobolds. And if you're goblins and you're looking to upgrade your forces, are you really going to buy guys that are smaller than you? I don't think so. So, those are off the table. They just don't work within the Gygaxian milieu. But we're not here to talk about that. Checking in with the chat. Hello, everybody. Today we're gonna hit the Redditomb, and we'll talk about what that means here in a little bit. Who's in the chat? Christopher is in the chat. The desert is darkening. Good evening, Charles Latora. He is the guy that named our goblin tribe, the goblin chief, Laurel Chatora. Blazed in icing. Don't get trapped in the Redditomb, says Corvinus Wargaming. Go subscribe to his channel if you haven't. He talks a lot about the Ottoman Empire, but we don't hold it against him. It's a little weird, but every family's got its quirky uncle, and that's Corvinus. Bugbears are solid, I know, and they should be pretty cheap. John City is in the house. We got Penfold checking in from Baston. We got Dartmouth, Houston. I'm in part of the world where, let me tell you, so y'all know that I'm from Honolulu. We have 3 Dunkin' Donuts. I'm over on the East Coast now. There are so many Dunkin's out here. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Dunkin', and the hotel's got a continental breakfast, so I'm not even taking advantage of it. A single tear runs down my cheek. As I said, we're gonna delve the Redditomb. Today is Friday the 26th, which means our Steiner brothers took an extra day off. By the way, we do need to pay for some upkeep here. I have some notes on what that's going to cost, and we have to feed our horses, and we have to, and just because we're staying in the Hobbiton in Muffin Top, where is it? I think we need to replace a week's rations because we're not in Corvusburg. We're in Muffin Top. Which now let's again remember that we pay 100 gold pieces per level for upkeep, which covers our general expenses, living it up. Technically, are we in safety now? We gotta think about this. Do we need to pay for the time that we're out? I haven't quite decided yet. Bear in mind, the village of Corvusburg is about 200 souls. The village of Muffin Top is 300. If you count all of the fighting men, women, and the children. And it's 600 if you count all the dogs. So I kind of think we can treat this as whenever we get to the end of the month and we pay for our upkeep, a share of that is going to go to Muffin Top now. We still need to buy feed for the horses. So I'm going to knock off another couple of gold pieces from each of my boys here. And then we'll take a look at travel times, and that's just to replace the feed because we don't want to eat these. Could you eat halflings out of a house and home? I believe did Thorin and company do so at the start of The Hobbit? I think they did. I think they scandalized poor old Bilbo there when they hosted a big party and cleared out his larder. Although they did him a favor because when you're going on vacation, you don't want a whole lot of food in your larder. It's all going to rot and go bad, and that would break a hobbit's heart. I'll take a little wet in the whistle pause there for a second. Although I'm guessing that Lobelia didn't wait long enough for any food to spoil before she moved in. It's only 8 miles. I need to review if we're going to travel 8 miles on horseback. Mind you, we're going to take the whole gang is coming with us. We're going to leave our guards guarding the mule. We're paying them good money for that. If you're in Scrubland, you check in the morning and in the evening. So let's go ahead and make a 1 in 12? Are we in? We're not on a road. We're kind of out in the wild still. Once you get out of the very camouflaged halfling hex, I think that we won't have any random encounters in the halfling hex, but as we're crossing the plains, we're going to have to roll. And on an 8, we don't get any random encounters. So we're going to be able to dive straight down the gullet. Which means we can go right into the map. And if we zoom in down here on the map, we're going to Appendix A this bad boy, this sweet mamma jamma. We'll come in a little bit closer so you guys can see it to refresh your memories. We come down the stairs and there's a secret door with loot, but we haven't found that yet. And I'm not going to roll to see if we notice it this time. We don't have any noobs. Like if we ever do come in here with a halfling, maybe we should recruit a couple of halflings to help us down here. 14 of them have already wandered around these halls. Maybe we can roll if we have a couple of those guys with us, but we don't today. So we have this, if we come through this door, we go north, there's a passage up here with a stream. It's bifurcated by a stream that flows in this direction. We have a passageway down here. We have a door, and then we have 1, 2, 3 passages. So altogether, we have 1, 2, 3. That's the door. Let's count it this way. The door is number 1, and I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count out in the chat. Which way do you want to go? We will move at 5 times speed, so it's only going to take 1 turn to. By the way, they're like 8 gold that I reduced that replenishes our torches. It's going to cost 1 turn to get to any one of these because we can just race through. Although if we go to this stream passage, then we're going to have to do we have? Yeah, we got to bash through that door if we go through either of these passages. And well, we have to go through a door no matter which way we go, right? It's just a question whether we go through one door to get to here or bashing through 1, 2, and then 3. Remember, failed door barges mean you cannot surprise the guys behind you. We are checking in from Gettysburg. Oh, I love it. One of my ancestors has a statue there. Puffin Stuff Muffin Smoke is not cheap. Yeah, the halfling leave. Hello from Gettysburg, upstate New York, checking in. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Filk, Plateau Wizard, checking in from Montreal. Oui, oui. Oh, bonjour. Percy Block. See, we're multilingual here. Percy Block from the free state of Florida. California checking in. Hey, DJ. We got, let's see, 3461. Well, can you guys just like give me the full? We're gonna hit the full straight on this one, right? Somebody just give me shout out number 2. I got a couple of 3s sounding good. What would create the funniest outcome? 3 Quatlus. Hey, Antanius, how are we this evening? We're gonna go a little slower. I'm gonna relax. We're gonna do a little vibing tonight. We'll see if my voice lasts a little longer. There's no need to rush. I got all night. I'm hanging out with you guys. The Hobbit version of that town is called Spaghettisburg. 3 is the only one with a goat behind it. So what was that? That was this 1, 2, 3. So we're heading due south. The funniest one is the one that forces me to move my camera the most. Thank you, boys. We do have to bash our way through this door right here. And since we're doing that, we're going to take a look down this hall. I'm going to roll to see what happens down this hall, and then we'll come down this way. Remember, our torches only have a radius of, I want to say 20 feet. Although, amusingly, and I've never seen anybody talk about this, if our guy with the torch is standing right here, and the torch has a radius of 30 feet, 10, 20, 30 puts us halfway in, I guess that last 5 feet is like gloom, where you can see motion, maybe. If it's a 40-foot diameter, then it's right here, and I guess maybe you can see motion coming out of there. Anyway, regardless, we're sending the big man, and we should probably clarify what our door-busting strategy is. Do I still have that from last time? I think I do. Yeah, here we go. So Braun is our big boy. He is our straight-up fighter. Braun and Ranger Rick are going to go first. They are bringing Tommy and Snurga with them. Oh, there should be an extra M there. Tommy is our... Which one is Tommy? Tommy is our war dog. Errol is our war dog. And Snurga is our giant 20 hit point weasel. Rick and Scott are carrying torches. Braun has a two-handed sword. Two-hand sword. And then Skippy is, you call me Deathstalker. He's got enough experience. We need some fat loot, guys. We got to get back. The good news for when we're staying in Hobbiton, when we're staying in Muffin Top, is that we're only 8 miles from the dungeon. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump, man. We can make that in like a couple of hours. It's only like 10 in the morning. The bad news is when we want to go back to civilization, if we have to go back to the town of Harrington, we are an extra day's journey away. It takes a full 6 days to get back from Muffin Top. And that's with, oh no, you know what? With our horses, it'll be a day to get to Corvusburg. And then it might only be a 3-day journey via horseback. I forgot about that. 1 day through the wilds. That's good. Anyway, the point is, we're going through number 3. We have to roll 4. Do we bash down the door? We have a successful roll of 1 through 4. And on a 6, Braun fails. And all of his brothers, being the compassionate souls they are, I'm joking, they are brothers, point, laugh, and sneer at him for bungling things. And Skippy, who honestly, Skippy is he's a strongman thief. He grew up with 3 brothers. They were wrestling all through the halls of Bronstein Manor. He's got a strength of 17, so he ain't no slouch. I'm thinking Ranger Rick should probably watch his tone around Skippy. Skippy with a strength of 16. Skippy's also Braun is the young one. They should be making fun of Braun. With a 17 strength, he's going to be able to bash that door in a 1 through 3. But if we have any random encounters, they are not going to be surprised. Ooh, this door is really sticky. So Skippy fails, and who's going to go next with a strength of 16? Let's get them out of the way right now. These failures, 1 through 3, we're going to give Ranger Rick the opportunity, and Ranger Rick finally knocks it down and says, "Lol." Now we failed twice, so for the first couple of turns, let's say up until the first random encounter check, we cannot surprise our adversaries. We can be surprised, but we cannot surprise them. Thinking about scotch might add to the viewing pleasure here. Yeah, I'm drinking microplastics. Oh, maybe it'll preserve me. As I said, now 10 minutes. We kick the door, and finally we kick the door down, and we come down the hall. Oh, like I said, we're gonna check to see what's down this hallway here. And with a 20, we get. Oh, are you guys sure you want you? Well, I'm sticking with 3. A 20 on the Appendix A general check, the periodic check. Wandering monster. Okay, so all of our bashing in the doors did no good. Check again immediately to see what lies ahead so the monster's approach can be determined. So some wandering monsters are coming from this direction. We have to make another periodic check, and with a 15, we find there is a chamber. Now, the reason we didn't know what was going on here before is that this little corner, we approached it from the south. We just looked up here and we saw that it was turning in this direction. Because we're looking in this direction now, we see, oh, and then just to illustrate that this is a chamber, because we may come back to this dungeon a year from now, I put a little archway sign right there. And we have to roll, so I'm just going to roll for how big the chamber is. And with a result of an 11, it is rectangular, 20 by 30. It has, so 20 by 30 is up to 600. It's going to have on a 16 D4 exits of any size. I'm going to roll a D8 divided by 2 because it's easier to read. It's got 4 exits. All right. And I'm going to make that chamber 20 by 30 like this. And then we're going to find out which walls those 4 exits are in. I get in that same wall. I get an opposite wall. I get a left wall. And I get an opposite wall. So we have one in the same wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to find out where it goes. So it goes right here up under the stairs, and it's a chamber. So these are all just archways. And then 1, 2, 3, and I think that last one was right here. Well, I'm gonna put it right here just in case. We'll have to see what happens. I suspect, and I'm leaving open the possibility that this goes down here. Now, the interesting thing is, it says the direction can be determined. So they're coming out of this chamber here. Let's find out what's in that chamber real quick. I'm going to roll for room contents. And on a result of a 13, it's monster only. So the wandering monster that we've encountered is the contents of this room. Does that feel a little cheap that my wandering monster is also what's in the chamber? Or did we just see a case where the random tables gave us the results that you would expect? How cool is that? When you have to determine what the monster is, you got to figure out what the monster level is, and with a 19, we're going to roll on the level 2 dungeon chart. And a level 2 dungeon chart says roll percentile dice to find out what you encounter. On a result of a 27, we have a character shows up. Oh, see character subtable. Wow, that's interesting. Where's the character subtable? It's on page dragon. This is the one thing that I would advise might be worth pre-planning. Because Gary doesn't tell me where the character subtable is here. See character subtable. He doesn't tell me where it is though. Human subtable. Oh, here we go. Character. Now this is interesting. I want to show you this. We're gonna get a little dizzy here. So on the level 2, we roll 17 to 27. Character. See character subtable. Well, that's singular. We've run into one badass solo boy, and we have this, not the human subtable. The character subtable is right here. Well, wait a minute. What is this? This says maximum number per party. Well, that's not us. We're not concerned about that. We just need to roll on this chart to find out what this character is. And on a result of a 56, we have encountered one fighter. All right. It says number of characters in the party, but I'm reading this table as you encountered a singular character. Ooh, let's see what this guy's like. Number of characters, we already know that. The level of each character will be equal to that of the level of the dungeon through the 4th level. Okay, but remember that we rolled on the level 2 table. So we have encountered a level 2 fighter who is running solo. And I'm not sure what that means yet, because we have to determine a number of things. He says, oh, I heard you guys bashing in the door, and I thought you guys could probably use a door kicker, and look, you're all so strong. Hey, chat, give me a name for this guy, okay? Level 2 fighter. We may add a PC to the table, but we don't know. Characters, henchmen, abilities, and alignment. Per group, this information must be generated individually using the personae of non-player characters section of the rules. Alternatively, you may wish to obtain pre-prepared list of characters. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Arms, armor, and equipment typical to a party of adventurers. Not a problem. Party magic items. If he is 2nd level, there is a 20% chance. 65. Nope, nothing. Of 2 items from level 2. And general load, substitute freely. The race of the individual, we roll on a chart. And on a 72, he is going to be a half-elf. Does that change things for the name? So we have encountered a half-elf. That's the first of those. Is he multi-classed? 86 or higher. Boy, is he multi-classed. Woo! Look at that. Determine level for single professional. Add 2, divide by 2, dropping fractions. Determine the level for a single profession. Add 2, divide by 2. So he is a 2nd level fighter, and he is also a 2nd level. We got to go back to that table. And on an 87, illusionist. All right. He must be an outcast. Drop fraction. Confrontation. When the party of adventurers meets a party of characters, be certain you consider relative aggressiveness and alignments. We have a paladin. We're chill, baby. We're cool. How do we find out what this guy's alignment is? That's a pretty important question, isn't it? And I think the answer to that lies in the NPC personae. We already established that he's a half-elf, so we have a bunch of tables that we're going to roll on. And hold off on those name suggestions, okay? Because on alignment, we're going to roll a d10, and we get a 2. He's going to be lawful neutral. All right, that helps. If he was chaotic evil, we would have a fight on our hands. Does he have possessions? Let's roll a d10. On a 4, he's got average possessions. All right, nothing there. His appearance is going to be old and imposing. So we have an old, imposing half-elf. For sanity, we roll a 3. Yeah, he's normal. All right, maybe he's not our kind of guy anyway. General tendencies. We got to roll a d12 and a 50-50. The d6 is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's he like? On a 6 and a 5, he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Studious. Nerd. So we have a studious, lawful new. Now, what about his personality? We roll a d8, and a 7 means he's extroverted, and a 3 means he is friendly. Good. Okay, now that tells us how. Look at how this is great, man. We can do disposition. We can do intellect. We can stop whenever we really want to. I think the big thing is I want to know. I think we've done enough. I think we have enough information to proceed. Is there anything else here? Energy, thrift, interests. What are you really into, man? D6, D12. Let's find out what he's doing down here. Motivations on a 312. He is a political. I don't know what that means. Non-player character counter offer reaction. So we say now, but now this is I gotta look at this. So let's read through this section now. Confrontation. When the party of adventurers meets a party of characters, be certain you consider relative aggressiveness and alignments. Character parties will never join with adventurers unless you personally can obtain more benefit for the former from some form of cooperation. This typically indicates little or no gain or loss for the player party. Do not check morale for the character party, but place yourself in their position, just as if you were the player to whom each and every individual group belonged. Right. So if you use these tables for random encounters, prepare such groups ahead of time. That's probably pretty smart. So we've run into this elf, and now is where we need to roll our reaction check. Now he is friendly. So we can, that means when we use our general reactions and our NPC reactions, normally a lawful neutral going up against a lawful good is going to be a, let's see, neutral good. I think that's a plus 5%. But we're going to give them a plus 1. So the way you use this chart here is you basically start in the middle, and then as you go up, so the more affinity you have, like because we're going from lawful, this is lawful neutral and this is lawful good, the difference there is 5. I think that means you have a plus 5 to your reaction. This middle section here with the zeros, or like neutral good is 0. So if you're trying to react to lawful good to neutral good, there's a plus 15 to that, okay? So, but because he's friendly, we've already established that he's like looking for some friends. We got to figure out, then we roll on our reaction table, and we're going to be at, the general is plus 10 for the situational. But then, because our paladin has a 17 charisma, we're at plus 45. So with a 99, this guy is enormously friendly. We are instantly friends with this guy. And I think the next thing to do is establish as a second level illusionist. Hey, bro, you want to run with us? And he's like, yeah. And we're like, he's not surprised because of the noise. And were we surprised when we ran into him? On a 5, we're not, but we would have talked to him. I think because he's friendly, he would have talked to us. I think we're good. I think we say, look, here's the deal, guy. We're gonna run this dungeon. We're gonna do some more exploring. He's like, oh, I only got as far as the chamber here. I don't know what anything else is. But I'll hang with you. And using Gary's advice, he's gonna run with us for the rest of this dungeon run. Okay, I gotta warn you. I haven't run a whole lot of illusionists. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna answer anything until it really matters. The character of an illusionist, I'm going to look up his spells at least, because that's really important. He's got 2 first-level spells, and I need to determine what those are. And what we're going to do is we're going to say, look, here's the deal, guy. You're going to hang out in the middle of us, right? We're gonna plug him in. Where's our strike force sheet? We're going to. Oh, here it is. Okay. So we say, look, friend. You hang out here in the middle and just support us with your spells, and we'll give you 1/5 share of the loot. How does that sound? And he says, well, I don't know what he says. Let's check the chat. What do you guys think? I'll take suggestions from you guys. You should generate the... All right, hey, Plateau Wizard, thanks for stopping by. Corvinus, can the monster still give you loot? You should generate the Wandering Monster and the Stationary Monster, 2 monsters. Oh boy. Why all caps fighter. James Woods, Penfold. We want to name him Bor Mimir, Bob, Mono Solo, Bor Mimir, friend of Aragoon. You can capture the boxes, take racist pieces. Yeah, the top half, Arthur Poindexter. We only half trust him because he's a half elf, right? Simon Baker. He sounds like a bad dude. Oh, Macho Mandolf is in the house. I was supposed to run in his online game, and I just couldn't last night. Union rep for the Wandering Monsters. I just happened to stumble on this live stream, but I've been watching your early videos. Hey, thanks, Bones. I appreciate it. You were inspired to buy chainmail and the solo wargaming guide. You should. Those are two great tastes that taste great together. Are the bridge trolls unionized? Is he Japanese half elf? Maybe he's like a weeb half elf. Maybe he's Ainu half elf would be interesting. Call him Guy. Yeah, bra. Maybe he's the soul bra. He's the soul bra of fortune. Down in the dungeon collecting votes. Now I have a couple of votes for. You found this guy coming at you, and maybe he's really friendly because we need to find out what's the monster in the room. If we had a wandering monster and then the room had a monster, he's running at us, and that's why he's so friendly. I really need some allies. I love that idea. Before I go any further, let's take a look at the illusionist lists here. 12. Wow, that's convenient. He's going to have memorized 3 and 3. He's okay. Well, he's consistent. He's got 2 color sprays. Well, I mean, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. 2 color spray times 2. He's going to make these boys taste the rainbow. All right, you guys asked for it. What are the monsters in the room? So, guy. Oh, by the way, I need to give this elf a. He's not in it for the gold. He's looking for spells and magic items. Yeah, if we have it, if we find any scrolls, like, or maybe that's his share. Any magic items go to him. Ooh, where does it come from? Is an Elvis faction on the horizon? Maybe. Jeffrey Mayer, I got to be honest with you. I got to catch up with a friend of mine by the name of Fluid the Druid is running a solo campaign that takes place. What is this page? Oh, that's a standard kit. It takes place up there to the north, and there's elves up there. Mine is just more of a generic, like, empty, blasted plains land. His is like a rocky, mountainous, elf-infested land. Well, if I'm trying to figure out who was in the room, I have to find out what level table I roll on. And on a 14, I roll on the level 1 table. And when I roll percentages with a 62, we are going to encounter D6 plus 6 orcs. We're going to encounter 7 orcs. All right, now we got ourselves a fight. We cannot surprise them. We already determined we're not surprised. This is all one big encounter. Mr. Elfman, maybe his buddies got killed by the orcs and he's racing to retreat. We're going to stick him in the back, but I still need a name for this guy. Do we like Dreamweaver? Schmendrick the Strong is a solid name. He's down in the dungeon collecting votes. All right, so we need to pick a name here. Good evening. No, let's see. I'm seeing a lot of. He sounds like Jules. All right, I got a couple of votes for Dreamweaver, so we're gonna call him. Yeah, all right. I got no problem with Dreamweaver. We'll call him Jules Dreamweaver, and he runs into our arms and says, "Boy, am I glad to see you." And our boys are like, the Steiner brothers are like, "Really? That's kind of a weird thing for a half elf to say." And he says, "Yeah, well, meet my friends, the 6 orcs." Oh boy, we get to do some combat. One of my favorites. Are these orcs from the orcish? Maybe the orcs are trying to loot the Redditomb too. Are these orcs from do we already know what these orcs are like? If there's only 7 of them, I can pull out, I got a whole page of orcs back here. No, it's not back there. It's just a couple of pages away, isn't it? All right, so there's our Redditomb. And where's Intanius drew us a bunch of the Lansknorks. Here we go. Lansknorks. 7 of them. That means we're going to have a leader and 6 Ransewers. And we can knock down the numbers here. They're at a total of 154. Yeah, I'm not going to be sad to see the orcs take a hit if we can wipe these guys out. So our leader has AC 6, 1 hit die, and 8 hit points. Each Ransour has D6. So we've got, as I said, 6 of those. I'm going to roll 3 times. 7, 6, 4. So the leader has 8. And then we've got 7, 6, 4. We've got 6, 8, and 2. 6, 8, and 2. So we got a big boy. That leader, they're all 1 hit die creatures. They've all got 8-foot Ransours, and they are running at us, so we have to roll for initiative. The good guys are going to roll in white, and we lose initiative. That reminds me, I should draw the Steiners, since I think they're going to stick around. Rasputin Dreamweaver. Somebody wove some dreams for Rasputin, baby. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, we're into fighty time. The Ransour boys are going to charge us, and we have to roll for distance. What is our encounter distance to start with? That is a standard D6 plus 4. We are very close. We're only 50 feet apart. I don't even think we have room to be 50 feet apart, do we? In this dungeon? Yeah, we do, actually. They come storming through here. They charge into the light, and at 50 feet of distance, I think they've got the moves to get into contact with us. When one or more, let's see. Oh, our colors, our boy's not doing color spray. Is he going to cast color spray? We've got 3 bodies in front between our Weasel and Bron and Rick. Those guys were up front. No need to worry about parlay. We're not going to avoid. Missile discharge goes first. Line of sight, noise, actual area. Surprise, we don't have to worry about any of that. Light is a factor. Where is our general? Okay, determine the results of whatever action. So we should declare. Skippy is going to forego his attack. And does he have any opportunity? It's too confined. He's not going to be able to sneak around to work in a backstab. So he's going to chuck a hand axe. And Scott is going to chuck a hand axe. And we're going to send Errol up. Well, we've already got the 2 dogs, Bron and Rick, up front. And I think the 2 dogs can. We got to pick one. Let's send Snurga up front in the center. And that way, that's going to be our 3 frontline fighters. We will get a couple of hand axes off from Skippy and Scott. Let's see. So we await action. Discharge missiles. And then close to striking range or charge. Set weapons against possible opponent charge. Does Rick have anything he can set? I don't think we have. So I think we're going to have to eat the first round of blows. We are. And then strike blows with weapons to kill or subdue, and then grapple or hold. So I've got 2 attacks with the hand axes. 1 from a fighter, an all-animal melee, weasels and dogs. Yeah, Horkler died. Kaiserwerk is in charge now. Wait. Is that right? Yeah, no, Bismarck took over because we killed Horkler. If you've ever seen The Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot, maybe that was only one of the Horklers that we killed. Spoiler alert. It's a fascinating movie. Can't quite decide what it wants to be, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. Where was I? Oh, I was looking for the attack matrices because I got a hand axe going up against... Oh, and you know what else I need to open up? These guys are armor class 6. So I want my bonuses for hand axes as missile weapons. They are at... well, they're going to be at medium range when they let loose. About 20 feet. They're at -1. So what do we got here? Medium range is going to be -2. And then we're going to be at -1 because there's... So it's -3 to hit with this. We could be in trouble. This may be kind of a long shot for both of these. our thief is going to be hitting on, let's see, armor class. It becomes an armor class of 3. He needs an 18, and our fighter is going to need a 17. So I need an 18, and I hit. Way to go, Skippy. And I miss with the paladin. Remember, our paladin has lay on hands. That's good. And oh, remember, the paladin has protection from evil. So everybody's armor class goes up by 1. Don't let me forget that. We did some hand axe damage. A hand axe does, I don't know. How much does a hand axe do? When you chuck a hand axe, you will be doing D6 damage at a random guy. We do 4 points of damage, and I'm going to roll a D8 to figure out which one we hit, starting from the top to bottom. On a 4, we did 4 points of damage to 1, 2, 3, 4. Skippy with the next shot. Blammo! Now, and then there were 7. If we can kill 3 of these guys, we force a morale check. But it's their turn. They have charged. They're going to be at +2. When you charge, and I always get this backwards. We didn't set weapons when you tie initiative, it goes to weapon speed, and when you charge, it goes to weapon length. Did I get that right? That feels right. Missile discharge. We already did that. We had our it was an early discharge. We're not casting spell. Missile fire. I ain't worried about that. Okay. Charge brings them into combat on the charge round, but the movement indoors are reduced. All the movement is doubled. Yep, we got that. There's no dexterity bonus. Okay, well, they don't have one. They are 1 armor class lower, so their armor class is at 7. Got it. Initiative is not checked at the end of charge movement. The opponent with a longer weapon attacks first, which will be the orcs. And I think the Ransuer, can they fight in 2 ranks, or is that just spears? I picked one of the most like complicated weapon possible. I don't know why I did this. 8 feet long. We have some adjustments here. 8 plus. They're 8 feet long. We're just going to do that. Strike blows. Okay, so melee at end of charge. The opponent with a longer weapon attacks first. That's the guys with the Ransewers. They're at +2, but they're also at -1. Strike blows. Other weapon determinants. Striking to subdue. We're not going to do that. This is where, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, you can do 2 ranks, but also disarm versus AC 8. Power of the Rainbows. Skippy from the back line. How about that, right? You can do 2 ranks, but you also disarm versus AC 8. The Warped Stranglers. Orcs are famous for their wacky contraptions. They're all or nothing, right? Like, that's what I love about orcs. Well, listen, this may be a moot point. They are going to be attacking. Okay. We're going to have a total of 6 attacks. They can attack at. Is that the deal? Ransewers have capable of disarming an opponent on a score required to hit AC 8. So if we hit a guy on a score required at AC 8, then it will disarm our boys. Man, I don't like that at all. Okay. It is what it is. I got to roll six attack rolls. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to roll a D3, right, for Braun on a 1 or a 2, the Weasel on a 3 or 4, and Rick on a 5 or a 6. And then I'm going to roll the D20. So that's our first. That's 1 attack. And that's a miss. And our second attack is going to be a 2 and a 5. So that's 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, a 12. Pretty sure that's going to be a miss. The highest AC that these guys are facing is going to be Rick with an AC of 6. The giant weasels also have an AC of 6. So Really, I'm going to be looking for AC of 6. Now, Rick, because he has that AC of 6, he actually has an AC of 7, and the Ransour going against the AC of 7 has no bonus. Okay, I like that. And these one-hit die creatures, this is our third attack, remember. These one-hit die creatures are going to need, what did I say? So on, they're at +1, so they're attacking AC 7. That means they need a 12. And I think that was everything. So that is going to be a hit, but it doesn't hit that armor class of 8, so it's not a disarm. All it does is the Ransour's damage of Ransour of 2 to 8. Ooh, that's brutal. So 2 to 8, it's going to do 4 points of damage to Ranger Rick. 3 points of damage leaves him with just 8 hit points. And I still have 3 more. A 14 hits, and it's going to disarm Snurga. Nope, can't disarm Snurga. But it is going to do a whopping 1, 2. It's going to do 5 points of damage, leaving Snurga with just 15 hit points. And then we get a 9, which is a miss, and we get a 15, which is going to be another hit on Rick, and that will disarm Rick's. What does Rick got here? He's got longsword, falls to the wayside. He's going to have to draw his hand axe, and he's going to have to eat another 2 to 4 damage. He takes another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that puts him down to 3 hit points. All right. Now, Skippy and Scott have already gone. So Bron, Snurga, and Rick all get to make their attacks. Bron has a two-handed sword. Going against armor class of 6, we're at a total of... Wait a minute. Yeah, going up against an armor class of... Now, normally it's 6, but it's 7 because of the charge. Does the Paladin give you +1 to hit as well, or is it just +1 to your AC? Let me check that protection from good spell. Oh, I hope it gives +1 to hit. That would be bless. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just protection from evil. Any saving throws are at +2. Any and all attacks launched by evil creatures incur a penalty of -2. That first hit didn't happen. And that second hit, so it's 15. It's going to be at a total of, that was a 14. So it's still going to disarm, but he gets 3 hit points back. Whoop, whoop. He's got 6 hit points, not 3. He's going to need those. But I didn't answer the question. Do we get a bonus to hit? Solo Wargaming. You got to practice your book control. Summon the, let's see, protection from evil. Any and all attacks launched incur a penalty of -2. Any saving throws are at +2. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is the Paladin ability, which mimics that. Okay. So let's start. Let's just go across the board. Bron is going to attack, and with a 17, he is going to hit big. He's got the two-handed sword. He is going to do D10 damage +5 for the big strength. I'm going to roll a D8, and on a result of an 8, I'm going to re-roll the D8. He's going to do enough damage to kill orc number 2, and we're now down to 6 orcs. Snurga gets to attack. And with a 9, Snurga... Now, that might actually be a hit, because Snurga is rolling on the 2+ hit die. He is on a 9. He hits an armor class of 6. These guys have an armor class of 7. Snurga with the big hit. Rolling 2d6 blamage. Snurga is going to do 8 points of damage, and that kills any one of these. I got to roll a d6 to find out which one. 1, 2, 6 points of damage, 3 down, and we are looking good. That's the end of the turn. Because they have lost 25% of the orcish boys, we have to check our morale. And that means more math. I like math. If you don't like math, you might be playing the wrong game. I just can't remember which page it's on. Casting spells. Morale. The basic score is 50%. But we now have, well, let's see, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there were only 7 of them. Ah, okay. There are 4 of them. There's 5 of us, plus the dogs and the weasel. Obviously, superior force. We have to check every round. 25% of the party is slain. Check it, plus 5. We're at 55%. Each enemy slain is another 10. So we are at, wait a minute. They haven't slain any enemies. Each friend killed is plus 10. We're at 85. Taking casualties without receiving any. 95% chance that these guys fail this check. 68, they fail, but you have to check your math. It's the difference between the two scores. This is a difference of 27. And with a difference of 27, they're going to disengage - retreat. Okay, so they pull back, and that means we get free attacks. Skippy is going to throw another axe, and this time let's see. I haven't done this yet. What does disengage mean? We've talked at length about this. I'm glad that Brian Renninger is in the chat because he's one of the best at this. Pig-faced orcs. Yep. If you color spray their butts, this can be over fast. You have to declare you're disarming. Oh, okay. So that means. Well, it was a miss anyway. That means that Rick still has his longsword. All right. Rule doesn't say it, but that's his approach. I got it. You can't disarm an amputee. That's right. You can disarm a corpse. It's really easy, Penfold. James L. Updo. Poor Rick. Nah, Rick's going to be just fine. If you're applying the charge penalty, it's worth considering magic item bonuses are calculated after the armor type. Yeah. So the armor type is just like, what are you wearing? This chainmail. That's what you apply the penalty to. This may be relevant if you lose a bonus for a great sword versus AC 6-7. Right. Brawn hitting is the most surprising. That's a good point, Intanius. Braun is he's swinging for the fences every time. And man, when he connects, it's big, but it's pretty awful. Yeah, Penfold reminded me, check the morale. They should be squealing. Disengage in the break contact without fleeing to avoid the free attack. Right. So they're just going to break contact and back off so it doesn't trigger the free attack. However, the question I have is, does this happen immediately? And do I need to check initiative first? I think I do. I need to declare that Dreamweaver is dropping a color spray on these 5 guys. Disengage. So Player's Handbook 104. Thank you, Brian. The combat is spread around a whole lot of places. This is part of how we gatekeep AD&D. This is how we know the people that are into it are all in. If you combat procedures, page 104. Breaking, missile discharge, melee combat. You can opt to attack, parry, fall back, or flee. Parrying disallows a return attack, but the strength to hit is subtracted for the opponent's to hit. Falling back is a retrograde move. Facing the opponents can be used in conjunction with a parry, and opponent creatures are able to follow if not otherwise engaged. In other words, they're just going to fall back, and we can follow them if we want to. They will parry, which means the strength, let's see, it disallows a return attack that round. Oh, but they have to win initiative. So let's figure out initiative first. Again, white dice are the brothers. And with the result of a 1, in this case, you don't want to see the R, or the OR for other realms. They lose initiative. So we can get in our attack because these guys are disengaging. Not only that, but we are going to drop the color spray. However, we're not to that point in the combat round yet. We do missile discharge. Deathstalker. He's got a kill under his belt. I think we still call him Skippy. We said he needs a backstab. is going to launch another hand axe, and he's going to miss. Sir Scotty Steiner is going to lay on hands. He's going to step up and go, Rick, bro, I got you. He's going to lay on hands, and that should heal up. Let's see. Detect evil. Make saving throws a +2. Heals 2 hit points of damage per level of experience, but it can be performed but once per day. Yeah, well, we're doing it now. We're going to bring him back up to 8 hit points. I'll feel a little bit better about Rick's chances. And then, so that's our, well, discharge missiles or magical attacks, or cast spells, or turn undead. Right. So we discharge missiles. They're not discharging missiles. I get to look up what Tasting the Rainbow looks like. It's fabulous. Let's see. And that's going to be, is that first level user of the magic? Or is that under, I think it's under illusionist spells. Yeah, this might end things lickety-dang split. Illusionist spells. Color spray. Area of effect, 1/2 inch by 2 by 2. Upon casting this spell, the illusionist causes a vivid fan-shaped spray of clashing colors to spring forth from his or her hand. From 1 to 6 creatures, 1 can be affected. The spellcaster is able to affect 1 level for each of his level. Oh, so 1 or 2. It's up to 1 per level of experience. It only takes 1 segment. Not that that matters because we didn't tie. They are blinded for 1 to 4 rounds. If their level or number of hit dice is 1 or 2 greater. Oh, they're stunned for 2 to 8. Oh, okay. So one of these guys is stunned. And all creatures of 6th level are entitled to saving throw. Wait. All creatures above the level of the spellcasters, which they're not. There's no there's no saving throw on this one? Okay. One of these guys, and we have to, there's only 4 left, so it's 2, 4, 6, and 8. 2, 4, 6. So the guy with 8 hit points is going to be stunned for 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rounds. And that means that he is, now by the way, one of the reasons we're chopping these guys down is because of the strategic game, but also the only treasure we're going to find is going to be whatever they're carrying, and we want to rifle their pockets. And if we roll orcs in this delve again, it's going to be the survivors. So we want to knock out as many as we can. This guy is now blinded and flailing around. His AC drops to, I think we get +4 to hit him. But we aren't going to worry about that just yet. We have 3 more attacks to roll. Braun is swinging away, and with a 19, he hits again. We're going to roll D4 to see who he hits. And on a 2, he hits the leader for 15 points of damage. Kablow. The leader goes down. And then the giant weasel is going to attack. And again with a 19, we're going to do 2d6 damage to, well, let's roll for the damage first. We get 8 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So another one is going to drop. It's going to be this guy with 6 points of damage. And then going last is going to be Rick. And Rick scores the natty. He's all natty 16. And he's got the +1 damage. He's got the D8 +1. He's going to do 4 points of damage to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to do 4 points of damage to this guy. So this guy is stunned, and we're going to put him out of his misery next round. Not even going to roll. He can't do anything. Number 2 is going to roll for his morale. Oh, no. He backs off. He's not in contact with us anymore. And with a morale result that's of 82, he is going to just flee. Well, does he surrender or does he flee? Let's check the chart. That's going to be, he surrenders. Okay, he says, whoa, hey, let's not be hasty here. And we gut him. We gank him. He's a creature of pure chaos. No problem. 8 orcs. So before I forget, Normally I do this on my downtime, but this time I don't want to forget. So I'm going to go right to the, where's my orc faction? I'm going right to the Lanskin orcs, and I am going to make a note here that they are down to 146. Not bad, not bad at all. So 7 orcs, and those orcs are going to have. Oh, we made some orc orphans today. Element O. O is for orc. What kind of pocket change they got? Individuals have LCOQ times 10. Wait, no. Individuals have type L. That's going to be 2 to 12 pieces of electrum. 2 to 12. All right. There's 7 of them, so I'm not going to roll 14 dice. I'm going to say they have 3. They have 8 electrum each. That is literally pocket change. So we've got like 50 electrum pieces. I mean, we'll take them. 56 electrum pieces. We may just donate that to the to Muffin Top. But well, wait a minute. What is that represent? Electrum pieces, 2 electrum pieces. That's 28 experience points. But we got to divide it by 5, so that's like another 5 experience points. 56. But all right, hey, listen, that ain't nothing. So we're an hour in, and we've already dealt with 2 random encounters, and we still have 1 color spray left. I kind of feel like that color spray was a waste. We can color spray 2 guys, so he's got 1 more color spray. I'm glad he memorized it twice, though. That was good thinking, Dreamweaver. You're a pretty smart guy. You should stick with us long term. He's like, nah, I'm just doing my research. I'm just doing my No, he's an old man. So he's doing his postdoc reference, right? Research on magic items in underground places. We go into, now we got, so you guys, okay. The first decision you made, this chamber. So first of all, I need to erase my how many turns has it been? And I'll put them right here so you guys can see them a little better. So on turn 1, we went to the door, and we bashed it open, and we fought these guys for like 3 rounds. I think like if it's 1 minute, and then 2 minutes, and then 3 minutes, and then okay, so we got these guys. So now we have to take a little break. Boop, boop. So we've only been in the dungeon for 20 minutes now. We're into the session, 20 minutes of adventuring. And we're going to go, wow, that's a pretty cool chamber, but it looks empty. So now we're going to, I finally delivering on my promise of exploring this passage. Which goes, wait, so we take our rest, and then we walk down, and I'm not going to, it's like 100 feet. I'm not going to charge for that. Is that cheap? We rest for 9 minutes? I think it's fine. And we have continue straight. Check again in 60 feet. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we check. And are we as zoomed in as we can get? I'm gonna zoom in a little tighter for you guys. Ooh, look at that. There we go. Production values, baby. Now bear in mind, this is the edge of the paper right here. So we've only got another like 14 squares. Don't get a whole lot of continue straights. Side passage, check again in 30 feet. That side passage is going to be a 4-way intersection. All right. So 4, 1, 2. Well, check again in 30 feet. So we go 30 feet in all 4 directions. And we're getting into the maze. What do you guys think? Chat, call it out. Are we going to go east, west, or south? What direction do you guys like? Blood-Seg Halls. Look who's house ruling AD&D. Am I house ruling AD&D? Is it 10 seconds to walk down this hall? You know what? All right, fine. Hey, I'm game. Boom. We spent 10 minutes walking from here to here. And then we got down to the thing, and we're checking for traps, right? We got our boy, Skippy. East, says Dartmoor. East it is. West, this is east, right? Yeah, okay. So then we go this way, and that's going to be number 5. We're 50 minutes in. We're creeping along the halls, and with the result, I drew 1 too many. There we go. Result of a 4. Side passage. Yeah, I warned you we were getting down into the maze, didn't I? On a result of a 9, it is a left curve, 45 degrees ahead. Oh, I didn't check the passage widths here, did I? Oops. Okay, so I got to go west, east, west, and south. East is 30 feet. West is 10, and south is 10 feet. So you chose the big one, which is a 30 feet. I see why you chose this now. It's a 30-foot wide hallway. That's nuts. That curves. It's a, what does it say? It says it's it curves to the, did I roll a 9 or a 10? I can't remember. Did I roll a 9 or a 10 on which way this curve goes? Was the weasel descented? Well, he was trained. I don't think so. Torch? We burn. We've got 2 torches, actually. How long do torches last again? Refresh my memory. It's in a weird place, isn't it? It's like all the way in the back in the adventuring part. Movement in the dungeon. Distance traveled in 1 round in 1 minute. If moving 12 feet in 6 seconds seems slow, consider the conditions. The threat of hostile counter to the movement. Movement in a dungeon is 1 inch over a turn of 10, or to 10 feet over a turn of 10 minutes, while exploration mapping is in progress. If the party is fleeing, all movement is 10 times faster. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for, though, is it? The torch runs for 6 turns every hour. Yeah, we'll check that here in a second. Torches are 1 hour. So that's right. I have, how many torches do I have? I have a bunch of 6 torches. I've got, how many delve kits have I got? 1. Oh, you know what? We've only got, oh, that's a great point. I've only got 1 delve kit. I've only got 6 torches, and we've got 2 guys with torches just in case one gets dropped. So I've only got 3 hours of delve time here before we run out of illumination. You got to remember that. I don't think we've exceeded that yet, but it is an important consideration. We're checking to the east, and I'm gonna roll to see what happened. Oh no, I already did this. Does Dreamweaver have torches? I don't know. We'll have to check. I can't remember. It's a curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 4, 5, 6. So it curves 45 degrees to the right. So there's 30, there's 30, and the corridor turns like this. And as we come around the corner, that's not quite 30 feet around the curve, but whatever. I'm a DM, not a draftsman. As we come around the corner, we light new torches. So there's 1, 2, and 3, just to remind me. Like when we get to about 3.5, 2.5, we're gonna start thinking about boogieing. 1 in 6 chance of a random encounter. We do not have a random encounter. So we roll again. And on an 8, we have a side passage. And we have a right 90 degrees. Okay. Boop. So 30 feet. Oh, how wide is it? On a 7, this one is going to be, 10 feet. Okay. Just 10 feet. So kind of weird. Turns to the right 30 feet. And then it goes, so that's our first, and then on a result of a 5, our result is a door. See table 2, and that door is, on a 17, it's going to be dead ahead. So this is a little weird. We've already established this, and there's our door. We checked, so let's see, the curve was the random, that's the first. We go to the door, and we bash it in. Bron goes first. And on a 5, he fails, no surprise. I'm chickening out. I don't want to deal with that. We're gonna spend a turn, and we're gonna go. I want to see what's through. Do we see if this door links up? Do we go through the passageway? Do we check this passage? I don't want to, like, there's too much noise down here. We're going to creep down here to where the noise won't affect us anymore. I'm going to see what's down this passage. And that's just one turn. So on a result of a 12, the passage turns. See table IV. Passage turns. A result of a 10 includes wandering monsters 1 in 20, so kind of, yeah. Hey, do you roll wandering monsters? So I roll every 6 turns. So once an hour, there's a 1 in 6 chance. But you do roll every turn, there's a 5% chance, which may be why I have so many wandering monsters. Random monster check on that turn you move north? No, because I only roll for the... So there's 2 ways that you encounter wandering monsters. One is if you roll a 20 on the periodic check. The other is if when I get to the 6th turn, that once an hour, I roll for a 1 in 6. The only guidance that Gary provides in the DMG is in the example dungeon where you check every 3 turns. But this isn't the example dungeon. So it's a little less likely. It actually works out, if you run the numbers, it actually works out to be about the same. Because you're checking a 5% chance 6 times an hour, plus the 1 in 6 chance once an hour. It works out to be about 1 check every 3 turns. Actually, in other words, it works out to be about 1 random monster every 3 hours of delving. Okay? I rolled a 10 on this turning. The result is it turns left 45 degrees behind, and when it turns, check on the, let's see, passage turns, check on table 4, and check width on table 3, and the width is going to be 10 feet. So right here, it turns to the left. It actually comes back around 45 degrees like so. And then we check again in 30 feet. So it goes 10, 20, 30, and it cuts back. So I'm going to fill this in. There's nothing there. And I'm going to see what happens to the corridor after this 30 feet. Oh, but I'm also going to spend a turn. Oh, okay. And that periodic check is going to be a 10. So we have a side passage. And that side passage is going to be a 4-way intersection. Well, we know that there's no passage here. So apparently there is some kind of secret door here. And apparently it cuts up. Well, boy, what does a 4-way intersection look like here? It's going to cut off in this direction. Let's do like this. And some discretion must prevail. So it cuts back like so. 1, 2, and we're kind of wandering around like that. And then we say, all right, I'm checking. And this time it's going to be a side passage. Wow, check again in 30 feet. So this is going to cut in this direction. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, side passage. See table 3. The passage X's. Oh, man, okay. So we got like a weird nook here. And it X's, so I'm going to draw the X something like this. And I guess there's like a secret big door there. And we go 10, 20, 30 feet like this. All right, and I say that's number 5. Man. And we get to here, and we have a door, see table 2. On a result of a 2, the door is on the left. Check again. Let's see. Check again immediately unless the door is straight ahead. Okay, so I have a door on the left hand. We'll put it right here. There's a door in the left-hand wall. And the passage has we rolled another 7. We have another side passage. And this side passage is going to be the passage T's. So we get to right here. Check again. What does it say? Check again immediately, unless the door is straight ahead. If another door is, then ignore the result and check again. If another door is not indicated, ignore the result. Let's see. Check again immediately on table 1. If another door is not indicated, ignore the result and check again 30 feet past the door. Okay, there we go. So there isn't another door. If room or chamber is beyond the door. Right. So I think what that means is since we didn't get a door result, we're going to go another 30 feet. Something like that. And the space beyond the door is 10, a passage 45 degrees ahead or behind. On an even, it's ahead. So on a behind, it goes down like this, 30 feet. But, well, wait a minute. Parallel passage behind. The direction will be appropriate to existing circumstances, but use the direction before the slash. Oh, I see. So it says use the behind if you is your preference, but suit it to the circumstances. All right. Apparently that door is unlocked because when you have just a random door, you have to find out. Always check the width of the passage. Okay. Width of the passage is going to be special. So the space behind the door is a 15. It is 10 feet, and we have another stream. They will be bridged on a 1 through 15. It is bridged. So we have another 10-foot passage with a stream that flows in this direction. Let's follow that and see what comes up next. And we have a 17 on our periodic check, and we have to check for wandering monsters. D6. No wandering monsters. We got a 17, and that means stairs. Oh boy, level 2, baby. I knew if we explored this dungeon long enough, we'd find another set of stairs. So the tomb of the unknown Redditor goes deep and dank. Where's stairs? Always check. 17 is stairs. See table VI. Result. We got to roll a d20 to find out what these stairs do. On a result of a 2, they go down 1 level. So here, I'm gonna tighten this up just a little bit. Okay. So this comes around like this, and the stream goes down, 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 whoop, down the stairs to level 2. The tomb goes deep and dank, just like Reddit. Yep, that is way more. Throw way more wandering monsters than 1e. Say 1/6 each turn plus 1/6 when you make a rabbit. That is way more. Random monster check on that turn you move north. I throw 1 in 6 chance each turn. Yeah, you're gonna have a wandering monster check every hour. That's a lot of wandering monsters, bro. Particularly, man, I kind of feel bad for your boys. That's okay though. Do we want to check level 2 real quick? We've only got an hour left. Should we see what's down at the bottom of the stairs? It's pretty dangerous, man. You could run into anything up to level 5 encounters down there. And you guys know when we check to see what level the bad guys are on, we usually come up deeper than we're supposed to. Also, I don't have. Do I have another piece of? I do. Okay, good. We could do something fun here. Tomb, not tomb. You see how? So the stairs go this direction. So we can put those stairs anywhere on this page we want. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to randomly assign where on this page. Usually I put it in the center because it gives me room to spread out. But this time I'm going to use the sides of the paper to my advantage. I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to roll another d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the white die will be how far down I start. It'll be in the center of each of these 5x5s. So white die, black die. I roll a 3 and a 2, so I go down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So those stairs are going to come out right here, like so. And what that does is it means that there's very little chance if we drop the stairs on the stairs. There's a little bit of chance that we have like trap doors that encounter each other if we have another flight of stairs up. Like if there's a flight of stairs that intersects with this chamber, it could be that there's a second way to get up to the next level. But ultimately, you're going to have to come down to the stairs if you want to and bash your way through 2 doors to get to level 2. And I think we got an hour. I'm gonna push my luck here. I'm gonna check out what's at the bottom of the stairs. The rules do say when you roll stairs, see table VI, down 1 level, 1 in 20 has a door which closes egress for the day. On a 1, we're in trouble. Oh, we got a 10. Oh, whew. Okay. So you have to. So what I'm going to do is, no, 1 in 20. And that's where you really have to put some notes down. So we're down at the bottom, and I added my 10 minutes. I'm only going to take like 1, 2, 3. I've only got 3 more rolls on the table. I get a 4 on the periodic, which means I erased the door, and at the bottom of the stairs, we have a little 10 by 10 landing, and then we have a door. So we check out the door, we bash the door. Bron, can you do it this time? On 5, you cannot. Yeah, I'm bailing on the door. I'm not gonna check it out. I'm gonna spend a turn, and I'm gonna come back up, and I just want to see. I want to check out what's behind this door here. So that's a turn, just to get. We can move a total of 30 squares. I'm not even gonna count. It's within 30, and I'm gonna peek my head. I'm gonna poke my head and see what's on the other side of this door, and it continues straight. Check again. So that goes down to here, and we have a. If a passage or door is indicated where a wall beyond the door has already been mapped, the exit is either a secret door, and I suppose I should have rolled that for these two. On a result of a 9, it's a one-way door, so you can only go this way for some reason. I'll roll for this one. On a 2, it's a secret door, and I'll roll for this one too, just to see what's what. And again, secret door, so the dice confirm. Then I'm going to look this direction. You're going to see what's through this passage, and this we can just fill in. This is not a very lucrative delve, but I'm not too disappointed. On a 15, we have another chamber on the other side of this door. If we have a door in the same wall as this exit, I'm going to rule that it's this one. But I should probably check to see table 5. How big is it? On a 3, it's going to be for that. On an 8, for the number of exits, we have up to 600. We've got 3 exits. It's going to be 14. It's going to be in the right wall. It's going to be in the left wall. And it's going to be in the opposite wall. So we have a little, we have one here. We have one here. And we have one here. So another chamber. What's in the chamber? What's in the, let's see, passenger wall. Let's see, exit location. Yeah, we're good. What's in the chamber? Absolutely nothing. So I can look in this door and see if there's another chamber beyond. With a result of a 5, we have, wait a minute. So we had our 3. Our periodic check leaving, it says there's a door. Wait a minute, what? Am I supposed to be rolling for what's beyond the door on this, or is it periodic table? I might have been doing this wrong this whole time. The periodic check is a D20. How do you hit table 2? The number of exits. Check once. Exit. Oh, exit direction. I've been assuming straight ahead, haven't I? Oh, you don't get clusters of rooms like this, do yous? That's how you prevent the existence of these clusters of rooms. Okay, my bad. We've got 1, 2, 3 exits here. So this is not a chamber then. I'm supposed to roll. What does this exit do? On a 14, it goes straight ahead, which puts us at basically a dead end. It's going to turn like this. Maybe there's a door right there. This one is going to be on a 20. It goes 45 degrees left or right. Use the direction before the slash. So 45 degrees to the right, which is this direction. Okay. And then this exit takes you straight ahead. So I should be doing like 30 feet like this. And this 10, 20, 30 feet goes like this. And then that 20 by 20 is going to look a little something like this with exits here, here, and here. And that's empty. And then I need to roll to see what happens here. Is going to be straight ahead. Boop. So it's a little off straight right here. It runs into this corridor. This one is going to go 45 degrees to the left as you come out. So it veers away from this funky corridor, which I think goes straight. And then this one is going to go on a 17. It will go 45 degrees to the left. So that's going to parallel like this. And if these all go 30 feet, 10, 20, 30, that'll look like this. This will go 10, 20, 30, and it will, oh, actually, yeah, discretion must prevail. So these two rooms connect with these funky hallways that look like this. So, so empty, and then we can go see what's down. I'm going to leave that open. This is all filled in. We got a lot of passages. Today was a very passage-heavy day, so we're going to go up this way. That's going to be turn 4. We get a 19 on our periodic check, which is a trick or a trap. Passage continues for 30 feet. We pushed our luck too far, guys. This is a trick or a trap. Roll on the table. Roll a d20. On a 20, shoot down 1 level. Cannot be ascended in any manner. So that shoot is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And now, oh boy, we come over. This is the bottom of the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, let's see. We come over 4 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 squares. So if I come over here, that chute is going to dump out right here. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the chute cannot be ascended. Chutes. And here is chute 2, 2. Okay. This just got interesting. Standard kit, delve kit, standard kit. Okay, I hope our friend has some torches. Oh, well, first of all, this is a trick or a trap or cannot be ascended in any manner. So we do have a thief, right? And we are moving steadily. This could be ugly, guys. Our thief has a dexterity of +2, if that does us any good. Intelligence, wisdom, dexterity. We gotta look for his ability to find traps. We're going back to Hobbiton after this, by the way. So find remove traps. He's got a 20% chance. With a result of a 0-9, he finds it. He says, "Guys, stop! There's a chute right there." And our boys do not set foot in it. Now we know about it. Chute to 2, right there. So it cannot be ascended in any manner. We might have to load up, and now we have to figure out how to connect these 2 points. Or we need to go down to level 2 and see if we can explore to find another route in that direction. It'll be a little easier to go down the chute and find our way this way, but it's all really random, right? However, whoa, wait a minute, guys. Let's go back. We've got our torches are just about to go out, and we're running out, and we don't want to risk that last random encounter. So we run away, and as our last torch starts sputtering and guttering, they race up the stairs. And that's going to be, let's see, Redditomb level 2. Look at that. Look at that. And how cool is that, that we have the possibility. Now, again, some discretion must prevail. There must be like 30 feet between these two levels, right? Like these stairs don't just go down like one flight. They go down, down, down. And that is how we justify the fact that even though we are a full 10, 11, 12, 13, actually I think it's just enough, right? That chute comes out here. I've brought it just a little bit further in. I think I brought it like 12 squares. So, not that far, but like the door slams, it's greased. There's just no way to climb that chute. If we had fallen in that trap, we'd have to figure out who fell in it, and then we'd have to figure out how to mount a rescue, and things would be really fun. As it is, we are going to, it's only like noon. So we're going to head back to Muffin Top. And we're going to end the delve, and that's going to be it for today. That delve took place today. One day. Steiner's. Now the question is, you guys want to get together tomorrow night? You guys want to load up on torches? Maybe I'll buy a couple of extra delve kits. We'll go down. So the elf says, "Hey, thanks for your help. It's been real, bros, but I didn't find what I was looking for, and I'll see y'all on the flip side," right? Like we said, Gary says your parties that show up are going to, unless they have like a really good reason, they're not going to stick around. And today he had a good reason. He didn't want to get ganked by a bunch of polearm wielding orcs. We said, yeah, we'll protect you. And then he hung with us just because there's safety in numbers. And then he gets to the surface and says, "Yo, peace outie, bye." So we go back to Hobbiton. And, you know what we could do? Steiner's to Hobbiton. It's early enough. This might make for a really long live stream. Let me check my battery. Maybe I can plug my phone in. You guys want to do another delve? I could load up on more torches. We could probably find some in Muffin Top. Do you guys want to be bold? Do you want to be daring? Do you want to go down? Do you want to go down the chute and see if we can find our way back to the stairs? That is a high-risk proposition. But if we do find level 2, there's some serious loot down there, guys. If my voice can hold out, I'm down for it. I'm gonna. Well, although it's gonna take some time to log some experience, but we could drop off the loot, start over. By the way, I did recalculate. Our boys here, they've got some crazy amounts of ability to walk around. 400. Oh, where is it? I thought I wrote it down somewhere here. Oh, total. They can call out 2,600 coins worth of loot without suffering any penalty to their movement. In fact, you know what I forgot? These guys move 9 inches per turn. These guys are crazy fast. So let's do this. I'm going to drop another. I'm just going to drop 3 gold. Bronze says, I want round 2, baby. I'm not done exploring. We're gonna go back on Saturday. Now, I could shut the camera off and do another live stream Saturday, but I've got time. I don't have any reason not to keep on playing. Man, I love this. So this would be Saturday's delve. Steiner delve 3. And I'm gonna write down here Redditomb. Okay, so we got food, we got water, we got our iron rations, we've got. I'm gonna give everybody. Okay, so we gotta do a little bit of math here. If we want to load up on torches, I don't like that 3-hour workday. I would have kept running if I didn't. There's no chance of random encounters on the way back to Muffin Top, by the way. That only happens in the evening. We'll be back long before then, but we do need to roll the D10 as we're coming back. Miscellaneous. If we decide to buy torches for 1 copper piece, all right, well, I spent 3 gold spreading the love. We could probably actually just spend one of those electrum pieces. All right, so, but then I have to check encumbrance. How many are we going to go down with? Not that it really matters. We'll just dump however many we don't need. And we're going to have to start at the stairs. It's just too risky to jump down the chute and just trust that the dice will give you a connection. We're going to look for the bottom of the chute. We're going to see if we can connect that. We're going to explore a little bit more down here. We're going to wait a day. Remember, we tried to bash the door. Braun didn't do so hot on the... Oh, I know what the problem is here. The torch encumbrance is in the DMG. Braun was hitting like a champ, but man, he is not able to unlock doors. I got a thief. Why am I not picking locks? That's dumb. Why are you guys not telling me this? You guys are supposed to be helping me. You guys are the experts. I'm just the pretty face, man. I'm just the guy they put in front of the camera, or behind the camera, as the case may be. All right, so torches each take, is that, wait, that can't be right. 60 coins? A torch weighs 6 pounds? No, 25. All right, so if I bring 10 more torches, who's going to be carrying those? That's going to cost us 250. We're going to give that to, who's already carrying? Oh, you know what? Braun is going to carry that because we're going to give him a total of 16 torches, which puts he's carrying 1,550, which reduces his bonus carrying because he's so strong to 1,750, which means he's only going to be able to lug out 2,350 coins total, like if we spread the wealth. All right. Overland. 1 in 10 chance of an overland random encounter. Nothing doing. We are on the first level of the Redditomb, and we reset. Let me use my engineer's eraser for this because it works a little bit better. Okay, so we haven't done anything. So we are going to spend our first 10 minutes, and I'm going straight for downstairs. So here's our first of 16 torches. Long day. Again, 10 a.m. We're going down. Wow, we got to bash this door. And that's going to take a D6. Braun, you want to make up for yesterday's hilarity? No, you do not. All right, no surprises. And then nothing for number 2. Do we see what's behind door number 3? Does a 4 open the door on the part of Sir Scott Steiner with his strength of 16? I don't think it does. I think we are out of luck. I think we need to try and bash. Let's try this door this time. Last chance. 4 again with the 17 for Skippy. Says, step aside, weaklings. I have a strength of 17. We can't get through the doors. So we spent all our time. Oh, you know, okay. This is really embarrassing. We rolled 4s across the board. We're stuck in the first room of the dungeon. So we have to wait 10 minutes. And there's no chance of surprise. So that costs us 10 minutes of time. So here's our second 10 minutes. And now we have to try a different door. All right, we're going to try this unexplored. Well, all right, we're going to try bashing this door. Our big boy goes, and he bashes it. And then we're going to try bashing our way through this door. We should probably buy some spikes. And he fails. Oh, boy. All right, and then we succeed. So now we're finally through. And it took us a half an hour of bashing those doors. We got to buy some spikes so we can spike them open. And then we moved. So it took us half an hour to get to here. This is why we need our torches, guys. This is why opening doors matter. So, and again, why am I not picking the locks? You know, if I fail to pick a lock, what's the problem here? Skippy's done laughing at these guys. He says, hey, guys, I have a... Oh, what's his dexterity? He might have some bonuses. He's got 17. He's got 17, baby. So in addition to opening locks on a 25%... Oh, that's what it is, because he's only got a 1 in 4 chance. But with a high dex, I think he has like an extra 10% bonus, doesn't he? That's in the DMG. 25. We get to the bottom of the stairs, and Skippy says, look, can you idiots not bash the door? Let me try this. We'll check on the tables here. Dex. It's really in the front, I think. No other chances. Waning Moon. Nah, armor, that's not it. There's a short table here. I'm not seeing it. So it's a 1 in 4 chance. Skippy says, look, let me try to pick the lock, would you guys? He's got a 25% chance. And with a 55, he fails, but we haven't alerted anyone. So Braun steps up, and he's going to succeed on a 1 in 4. And again, no surprise. I've got a ranger, and it's not doing me any good. The ranger says, I got a 50-50 chance, and the ranger bashes the door open. And we're finally... Man, not a good day for the doors. It must be humid down there. It must be all the rain. I guess that makes sense. The rain has caused all of the wooden doors to swell, or we did so well last time that the presence... There's a dark presence down here in the tomb. Has exerted a greater will. I feel a voice on the wind. And it's set against us. D20 on the period. Wait a minute. No, doors. The space beyond the door is... I got to roll a D20. And yeah, okay. So we've bashed open this door, and the space beyond it is a 15. A room. Go to table 5 and roll for 17. It is going to be a rectangular room, 30 by 40, and it's going to have D4 exits. What do you say? 30 by 40. Ooh, it's a big one, and it's going to have a single exit. 30 by 40, and I'm going to... Now, the good news is, because it's 30 by 40 with one exit, I can make that 30 by 40. I'm going to put the exit right up here. I'm aiming for the chute. Boop. So there's our 30 by 40. It only has the one... Oh, I got to check which door... I got to check which wall it's on. Oops. On an 18... Oh! Bum, bum, bum. It's on the same wall. All right, that's fine. I'm still going to stick it up here. There are ways... to nudge the results, to goose things in the direction you want. But I'm not going to check to see what's behind the door yet, because I want to see what's inside this room. We roll, determine by balance of level, or put in what you desire. Oh, that's something else. We roll a d20 to find out what's in here. On a result of an 11, it's going to be empty. Okay. Now we go to this door, and we say, Skippy, unlock it. And he says, I can't. It's really hard. Braun, bash it. Oh, by the way, that 40 minutes, because we spent 10 minutes looking all over. And Braun says, kablow! But because he went boom, boom over here, we still don't have any chance of surprising anybody. The space beyond the door is, on a result of a 7, a passage straight ahead, 30 feet. No, that takes us further from the chute. Check again. Oh, and that takes... We go to the end. And we roll a 14 for our periodic check. It's a chamber. And a 7. We're going to roll in a lot of 17s. 40 by 60. And it has a total of 1. It has 1 door in it. And that door is going to be in the left wall. Okay. So our 40 by 60 chamber has a archway there. And that door is in the wrong wall. I'm going to put it right here. Should have been in the left wall. Let's go 40 by 60 in this direction. 10. Boy, it's a beast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, look how big this chamber is. Could have used a secret door, but... Oh, that maybe the chute. So maybe we have to come down the chute. This might work after all. Now... Because it's a chamber, or room contents, we roll a d20. With a result of a 7, it's empty. So we go to the door. Skippy, 76, nothing doing. Braun, no surprise. All right, I really want to be able to surprise these level 2 monsters. How about you, Rick? Nope. How about you, Scott? Nope. How about Skippy? Can you bash it? He's not going to try. Look, somebody is telling me something here. It's time to start listening to that still quiet voice in your head. We have killed 1 hour. I'm going to put that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's our first hour. And as we come back up these stairs, right, it's 10 minutes, so we go, broop, we have to check. We get a 5, no wandering encounters. I'm going to go up to the chute is in the way. I don't know how to disable that yet. 5 times. We're gonna go through this door. No, we're not. It's stuck. Okay, we're gonna come over to this door. Yep. We're gonna throw that die on the table. This is embarrassing, man. 6. We're not gonna go through that door. All right. Somebody's telling us something. I think we're gonna cut it short, man. This is really what do we have? Like 2 successful opening door checks? We could count this. We had 1. No, we have not succeeded on the initial opening doors check all night. I can be honest, I'm getting a little frustrated with this. Okay, well that costs us another 10 minutes. All right, so forget the doors. This is 2. And there's another. We're gonna cycle our way back down. I want to know what's down this corridor. If I can't open doors, I can't open doors. It's fine. We're gonna go this way. Number 9. The periodic check is side passage. Check again in 30 feet. So the side passage is to the left 90 degrees, and it is 10 feet. So, actually, guess this is 10, 20, 30. And then we have a side passage here, and we go another. I don't. So what? Okay, we got to go through. It's there. Okay. I'm really, boy. In case you hadn't noticed, I'm really bad at diagonals. So I have to go through this. There we go. And then this kind of comes down at a weird angle. And I want to go through these like that. Okay. There it is. I think I finally got it. Yeah, I know that's ugly. I apologize. And then this one is going to be like that wider diagonal. I always get it backwards, like if you go from this diagonal or this diagonal that's thinner or thicker, this one is, but because we're at 45 already, I'm stuck with it. And our side passage was 10, 20, 30. And I know this is longer than 30 because we're going, the hypotenuse is equal to the square of each side, whatever. I'm going this, I'm going this direction. 16, we get a chamber. And not only is it a chamber, but it is a chamber 30 by 30. And it has, let's see, is it over 900, over 600? It's got 4 exits. So a 9 over 600, 4 exits, and they're going to be in the opposite, left, right, and right wall. So 2 in the right, so it's 30 by 30, like this. And there's going to be, I think we said 1 in the left, 2, 1 in the opposite, and 2 in the right wall. We're cramped for space here, guys. 10, 20. There's our other one. We're just out of space. There's okay. Since we're out of space, we have to do this. We're gonna go. There's an exit right here, and there's an exit right here, and then we come down like this. There's 1 exit in the opposite wall, and there's 1 exit. So we got to come 30 feet like this, and there's 1 exit in this little corner here. Kablow. So there's your 4 exits. 900 square feet. Exit direction. Did I do it again with the doors? No, okay. Exit direction. So we can figure out directions. I'm just going to go. It's going to be straight. It's going to be straight. It's going to be straight. And it's going to be straight. So all of these go straight out. So this one goes like this. And of course, they're straight in an awkward way. I'm going to make all of these just little 10-foot quarters. So this one dead ends right there. And then this one goes 10 feet like so. But I've only gone that far for a reason. So it's straight. There's a little alcove back here. I want to know what's in the room. 17 means monster and treasure. This is what I've been waiting for. All right, monster and treasure. See table VG below. Take 2 rolls on without monster table. We get an 8. Oh, no. This is percentile. So loot first. 1,000 copper pieces. Wait. Yeah, that's 001. So 1,000 copper and 750 electrum. Okay. Get my scratch paper. 1,000 copper and 750 electrum. Barely worth the effort, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. See also tables V, H, I, and J. But that's... we'll get to that. It's probably stashed in the alcove here. Roll a D20 to find out what level the monster is. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Roll on the level 2 chart. 06. We have, level 2 chart. 06 giant centipedes. 3 to 13 of them. D12 plus 1. 7 giant centipedes. Okay. 7 giant centipedes. Yuck. Haven't run into these in a while. I think we'll be okay. I think for a level 2 monster, we could have done a lot worse. Is it under C for centipede? Crawler? Or is it under... Yep, centipedes. Armor class 9. They are crazy fast. They only have 1 attack, but it's poison. Ooh. In many cases, this poison is weak and not fatal. Also, as the centipede is small, it is less likely to resist attacks which give it a saving throw. They come in many colors. They are small, 1 foot long, so they're about the size of your arm. There's 13 of them. They start dropping around. Let's see. They're aggressive. They bite, injecting poison. It is weak and not fatal. Well, okay, in many cases, this poison is weak and not fatal. Let's find out. Ooh, so they have some kind of... Is this save or die, but you're at +4 on the saving throw for every hit that you take? They're a quarter of a hit die. Have you guys used these before? Do I need to break out the poison table to find out what kind of poison it is? Or do we just say it's save or die at +4? There are 13 of them, and has enough time passed? Oh, wait a minute. So we had that. We're actually at 30 minutes. Do we surprise them for 2 segments? Are we surprised by them? We are for 1 round, and then so they start dropping around us, but they're not ready to attack yet. We get 1 round, and they are going to be, or they come crawling out. They're going to be 30 feet away. So they come crawling out of this alcove here. But they're just kind of, like our light has disturbed them, but they're dazzled by it. So we get 1 round in which our bowmen, well, our slinger. Let me write down some basic numbers here. So 7 giant centipedes with D4 hit points and AC 9, and it's save or die at +4. Okay. They're 30 feet away, and we have 1 surprise segment. Now that matters because we have a lot of Rick, Scott, everybody's got hand axes. And Rick has a short bow. And the short bow is going to be, since they're 30 feet away, now that's the trick is, we've got 1, 2, you know what? We've got 3 short bows and a sling that are all going to be at short range. So we're not throwing hand axes yet. We're just going to be firing off with our missile weapons. But the slings, I told you I was going to talk slower today, have a fire rate of 1, and the bows have a fire rate of 2, So we get 6 attacks with the short bows per guy, and the sling gets 3 attacks because you're triple attacks on the surprise round. So the sling, firing at armor class 9, is going to hit. We get an 18, a 14, and a 20. And that means we're going to hit, and the sling does 2 to 5 hit points. So I guess I need to roll for hit points. It's going to be 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, and then one more is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, Skippy hit with all 3. So he's going to do 3, 5, and 5 points of damage. And I'm going to roll d8s to see who he hits. So he hits number 7 for 3 points of damage, leaving him with 1. And then for 5 points of damage, he hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he kills this one outright, meaning there are 6 left. So we hit 1, 2, 3 with 5 with his next one. So we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we still have 5 left. And now we'll roll for Braun, gets 6 shots with his bow, with his short bow. Versus armor class of 9, a first level fighter is going to get, with a dexterity of 17, does he get +2 to hit? He's going to get 1, 2, 13. That's got to hit. Where anything above an 11 is going to be a hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. The short bow will do, against a small opponent, the arrow does d6 damage. So we get 3 hits. It's going to do 1, 6, and 1. And I've got 5 guys left. All right, so 1, 6, and 1. So 1 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got to re-roll that. We got to re-roll that. Okay, so 1, that knocks this guy down to 3. The 6 will kill 1, 2, 3. So now we're down to 4, and then we do 1 more hit point against number 2. He knocks this one down to 2. All right, we're just firing into a nest here. We've got 6 more shots. That's going to be a miss. This is Rick Steiner now. Has got a 19. So we got 1 hit. 2 hits all together. And that's going to do 4 and 2 hit points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first one is going to kill somebody, and it kills the big one. And then we do 2 hit points worth of damage to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will kill. This is just to figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 2 left when Sir Scotty, and it's all happening at the same time. You guys get it. 1, 2. We got 1 hit, 2 hits, and I think that's going to do it. The first one is going to do 1 hit point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Okay, so we got 3 hits. So we got 2 left with 1 hit point. And we've got 1 hit will kill one of them. And then we've got 1, 2. That's going to hit. So they're all dead. All right, so with the 1 round of surprise. Oh, shoot, I'm rolling too many times, didn't I? Ah, dang it. I just realized that. I got to redo this whole fight. This makes for riveting watching, doesn't it? No, that's right, because they have a rate of fire of 2. I get 6 attacks. I'm good. I'm good. So we killed all the centipedes, and we stole their loot. And all right, so 7 centipedes. We're gonna pick up 375 electrum pieces. Oh no, wait, plus 10%, right? Oh wait, that's a great point. We decided we had 10% to this. That 57 becomes a 67. Which means we found 250 silver pieces, which is better. No, 250 gold pieces. Wait, is it better? You know, I don't think it is. I think you'd rather have the 270. All right, whatever. We found 250 gold pieces. It is what it is. And the 01 means we did find 1,000 copper. So we got 1,200 stuff. And so we killed some centipedes. And we found some loot. And we go, you know what? Okay, good. We are good. We're going to leave. My voice is giving out. We're going to bash this door. And we get a 5. Thanks, Braun. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Finally, we bash the door and we leave. And I've had just about enough of these doors. That was embarrassing. I am a little annoyed. But before I leave, let me just point out that the 1,000 copper pieces, after hauling it back to town, whew, those bonkers, man. I think going beyond like an hour and a half is probably too much. I feel the energy levels have dropped both here and in the chat. It might just be too late in the day for this. We are at 10 copper, so that's another 100 gold pieces. So if you add up the 56 electrum, which is from the orcs, mind you, those 56, that's going to be 28 experience points, and the 250 gold pieces, and the let's see, 1,000 copper, and then the 1,000 copper. We need 10 copper pieces for a silver, so that's 100 silver pieces. So that's another 5 gold pieces worth. That means our total loot is going to be equal to 283 gold pieces. But I'm really glad those centipedes didn't kill somebody with poison. I would have been really embarrassed by that. I'm going to go ahead and figure out our experience points. I'm going to let you know what we got. Experience points, ships capture, is right after comms. Okay, so up to -1. Oh, I erased all of my hit points. Four was, how many hit points were the damage did we do here? 242. That was 242 on the centipedes. 3, 3, 4, and 4. Okay, so that means it's a total of 10, 22 hit points worth of centipedes. So that's 22 for that. Then we have the special ability bonus of 2 per. That's another 14, and then their base is 5 points. That's another 35. So the experience points for the centipedes is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 71 experience points for the centipedes. And then remember our orky friends there? They're going to be the 1. That's 10 each, so that's 70 experience points. And then it's 1 per hit point. So we got to tally those up. And that was 10, 20, 33, 41. So that's another 41. So 110 experience points for the orcs. 111, 111st experience points for the orcs, is going to leave us with 465 experience altogether. Divide that by 4, and you get 117 with 1 left over. For the gold, as I said, it's 283. That's going to be 70 with 3 left over. So everybody gets 70 gold, and everybody gets 117, and then we have just a few left over. So we'll balance that out. I'll run the numbers, and we're going to go back to town. And Sunday night, we'll do another delve. There's no need to go back to Harrington. We don't have enough money to train anybody up yet. 117 gold isn't going to cut it. It does provide our living expenses for next month. February 1st is just around the corner, but we're still hoping to find that major haul. Till next time, I'm praying for you. Appendix E gives the XP for listed monsters. Oh, yeah, you can look it up there, too. My workmates used to call me Typhoon. They said it was a slow-moving depression. Page 4 to 40. It's wait, really? 30 plus 1 per hit point? I seriously underestimated how many experience points they were. It's not 5. That's an extra 25 times 7. That's an extra 175 experience points, which is going to be an extra 43 with 3 left over. So it's actually 44 with 2 left over. 44 remainder 2, because I factor the other one in. So where was I at? I was at a total of 117. Oh, okay. With the extra 44 per, That means I'm up to 161. Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, chat. You know, it wasn't telling me that you guys were talking. I hope you guys were entertaining yourselves because unfortunately I didn't hit the right button to see. I wonder what happens if I touch this. Does it add as moderator, report, remove? Yeah, no, the functionality here is terrible. All right, so we got 160 experience points. Although, having said that, if I run the numbers now, the only one at 160, take a look. Braun can level. We are about 30 experience points, 40 experience points away from Rick leveling. And Scott, I don't think our Paladin is ready to level. I'll look at that real quick because we may need to split up at this point. Our Paladin is going to level. The fighter is levels at 2,000. Oh yeah, he's not ready yet. Okay. And the thief is ready at like 1250, right? But the paladin, he's still like 1,000 away. The ranger is still, what has he got? 1,400 now, 1,450. He's still like 800 away. Yeah, so we got a ways to go yet before everybody's ready to level. Skippy's ready. He's like, hey guys, can we go back? Can we go back? I'm ready for level 2. Can we go back? And they're like, nah, just relax. We'll get there, buddy. We'll get there. Just be patient. Yeah, he leveled at 1,250. Maybe we'll wait until 2 of them have leveled, and then we'll go back and get those 2 trained up. Anyway, thanks for sticking around, guys. I really appreciate it. It's a lot more fun with you here. Till next time, I'm praying for you.